Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Yes, yes, good afternoon. So I'm back with part one. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking away. Dumb, deaf, and blind from out of the matrix by mentally and spiritually. Right? And I'm gonna get into a video that was posted up probably on Instagram, dropping supreme mathematics. Whoever these individuals are dropping supreme mathematics. But we know and understand that a lot of people has been using AI to support supreme mathematics and dealing with the actual creation of the universe and dealing with the actual existence of the supreme being, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing, the Almighty, the creator of everything in existence. Right? A lot of these individuals are using artificial intelligence to break down supreme mathematics, right? Instead of going the long way, they go the shortcut way and actually trying to basically pinpoint the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence by using supreme mathematics, right? Which adds up to one, which adds all the way up to one. By using the supreme mathematics, it adds up to one. And then when it adds up to one, from one you can add on. You can add on with this fake fictitious world that is built, right, and procreated for our demise and destruction, to misguide, to misinform us based on supreme mathematics and based on the supreme being, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. What we talking about here? What we talking about here? We talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. What we talking about? We talking about culture. We talk about build, destroy, and destruction of who? Of the 85er? Are we talking about the 85ers? Because now these 85ers that have the knowledge of supreme mathematics, it's not just to uplift civilization, but they use the supreme mathematics is to try to dethrone the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence, and also to dethrone those that uphold the supreme mathematics and to uphold the supreme being, the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. We already know that. We already know about the sun, moon, and stars. The structure of the sun, moon, and stars. We already know these life forms live. We already know that these life forms talk. We already know that these life forms have souls. So what we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Because I'm here to stand on what? To stand on loyalty, to stand on respect, to stand on honor, to stand on accurate information that's going to get my civilization and those that's living in dumb, deaf, and blind to transcend ourselves and our bodies, right, and mind, and understand our square and circle. That's right, and define who we are. We are him and he is us. So what are we dealing with here? Are we dealing with supreme mathematics? Culture, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? What are we dealing? What are we dealing here? Are we using the supreme mathematics just to sound good, just to lift profess, and we don't hold this in? I don't know what these individuals are talking about, and I don't know what they on. I don't know what they on. But over here in New York, I got our back with the supreme mathematics, with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, with experience. I got our back over here. When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to consciousness of recognizing and understanding the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything in existence. That's been long behold of what? What's been stepped upon, what's been destroyed by those who are seeking fame, fortune, and riches, license, subscribe, lights, cameras, and action. We already know all that. We know that. We already know that, and we see that. In order to understand the supreme mathematics, You have to have what? Supreme intelligence. You have to have supreme what? Culture. Supreme what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All of these things have to be what? Balance and justice and correct, accurate knowledge with the supreme being in order to understand that. And with spirituality. This is an actual true fact. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Talking about here. What are we talking about here? And we need to understand what are we talking about here, because it's really, really important for us to understand. You know? And to understand this, you must understand who you are. It's not just about memorizing the numbers and memorizing matters. It's actually being in tune and being in the right what? Axle of the supreme being. So we can do what? So we can gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with us, and right, and spread this amongst able descendants. This is an actually true fact. So we're going to get into this right now. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen all around the world. We're going to get into this. And we're going to see what these individuals are talking about. We're going to see this. And we're going to hear this.
To see. We are not in 2025. Month comes from the word moon, moonth. The moon has a 28-day moon cycle. 365 divided by 28 is 13. 13 lunar cycles every year, which means our calendar has a missing month, which means we don't know what year we're actually in. This is gonna blow your mind. The sky is a clock. The sun tells the time of the day. The moon tells the day of the month. The stars tell you the month of the year. The sky above our head is intelligent. Everything on earth is matter. Everything above us is spirit. That's why they're floating. They're not rocks you can land on. Gregorian calendar was made for slaves. Calendar comes from calends, the first day of the month the Romans had to pay off their debt. So what does all of this actually mean, and why did they do it? They made this fake calendar to cut off our connection with our celestial intelligence.
Who's us? Because we already know that. We already connected. Those of us that is connected with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding with the supreme being and supreme mathematics, we already know that. So this individual that I feel that's dealing with AI, and when you're dealing with AI, then you can start to unravel and start to understand supreme mathematics, and also trying to get the calculations, right? And trying to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so you can try to dethrone the Alpha, Omega, the creating everything existing. We already know all that. And those that stand on business, stand on loyalty, stand on respect, stand on honesty, stand on truth, and worshiping him, right, is always going to speak up against that. We already know we've been dealing with the sun, the moon, and stars, right? And to bring forth this information, this is old information, but it's new to some, because when you are dealing with this world and dealing with this matrix, when you are dealing with dumb, deaf, and blind, and spiritually and mentally blocked away from the supreme mathematics and the supreme being, it is our duty and our justice and our balance to wake those up, to wake up the 5% against the 85%ers. You understand? So once you do this, then and only then will you could transcend and you can understand your square and your circle, so that you can do what? So that you can uplift your community, uplift your society, and uplift what? Your loved ones. This is an actually true fact. And this is what we need to understand, to unravel things that we cannot unravel, to ravel the unknown things that was known to us through what? Through our elders and our ancestors, which is passed upon your very spirit. That's in your very spirit. You come from up above. We know and understand that beyond these zones of heaven, everything is spiritual. We know that. We know that. But there are some that don't know that. There are some that need to be awoken. There are some that are asleep. There are some that is in dumb, deaf, and blind, not by chance, right? but by choice by others to suppress and oppress the mind, body, and soul of those that don't have the knowledge, wisdom, or understanding within inside of themselves, which is they are using this fake petition things to get them into the next life. This is an actual true fact. Yes. So I need for us to understand it, and I need for us to wake up from this dumb, deaf, and blind that is what? That is the matrix. That is the matrix. They call this the matrix, but in reality, once you are connected to the supreme being by using supreme mathematics, see, supreme mathematics is only for you to understand on who you are, and also to understand, right, the motion and movement of the supreme being, and to be connected with him. And when you are connected with him, you are balanced. You are balanced. And when you are in balance, you are in harmony. And when you are in harmony, you are at peace. And when you are at peace, then you are what? Then you start to understand your foreverness. And when you are a part of your foreverness, then you can only transcend beyond this world which has a beginning and end. This is the actual true fact. We got to break down certain things that is forced upon these major platforms. We got to break this down in order to understand of spirituality, which is the foundation of existence. And existence what? Of this world has a beginning and end. And once you transcend beyond that, you start to transcend beyond of a beginning and end. And you try to transcend what? Of no beginning and end. And that's a piece. And that's a piece of his what? Of his essence and of his existence, which is inside of you, which is actually true fact. And then and only then you will understand who you are. So this is just information for those that may not know what's going on. It's we have to drop the truth, the accurate knowledge. That these individuals are dealing with the supreme mathematics, dealing with numbers, the number system, which was procreated for us. This is why it was really, really important in our civilization not to write down. If you look at my thumbnail, you will see each other of us talking to each other telepathically and using telekinesis. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brother. How the brothers doing? I hope and pray that the Alpha Omega creating everything in existence protect you and your loved ones and your family. And also able to send us an actual fact, which can uplift us. And I know that many of us, they just want to stay in the matrix, which procreate dumb, deaf, and blind, which may lead you to a dark path of no return, right? Of no return. And no return is not knowing thyself. And when you don't know thyself, you can't define your square, you can't define your circle, and you can't do what? Transcend mind, body, and soul, and go beyond the existence of this no beginning life, which is what? Which is only a port, where we cannot keep justice and balance among each other. This is an actual true fact, brothers and sisters, kings and queens. And I want you to understand that. I want us to understand that, which is really, really important for us to do what? To understand who we are. At the end of the day, beginning of the day, in the middle of the day. That's right. And understanding the sun, moon, and stars. What this individual was talking, we already know that from a spiritual point of view. We already know that. We already connected to nature. We already connected to the sun. We already connected to the moon. We already connected to the stars. And we know exactly each of them feeding of each other. We know their responsibilities. This is an actually true fact. You just getting this right now? You just spit this right now? We've been this. The objective is now is to do what we have to do. That's right. It's to build and destroy, and to add on to each other. This is an actually true fact, and I want us to understand that. Yes. So you guys have an amazing day. It's really, really cold outside, so bundle up. That's right. I'm only the interpreter. Thank you so much, Ghost Patrol 141. I have already liked and shared and subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, brother. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace to all the conscious. Peace to the gods of the earth, the nations, and peace to the Muslims. I love all of y'all. That's right, I love all of y'all. That's right. It's your brother, Austin Flow, here with Flow Team. That's holding us down in New York City when it comes to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, when it comes to consciousness, when it comes to what? The defining who you are. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace.